Good day, class. Today we are diving into a very interesting and practical topic: power. Not NEPA power or generator power, but social power. The kind of power that determines who makes decisions, who gets what, and who influences others. To help us understand this concept, we will use examples from your daily life, Nigerian society, African, and even global events. So get ready to see how power operates not just in textbook but in your homes, schools, politics, and even friendship. My name is Adefemi and I am your lecturer for today. Today we are on lecture 8, unit 2, still on module 2. At the end of this unit, you should be able to describe what power is and explain the forms of power. So let me begin with simple definition. Power is the ability to influence or control the behavior of people even if they resist. Now imagine this. You are in a class and your lecturer, like me, says submit your assignment by 12 noon or get 0 mark. That is power in action. I have influenced your behavior using the potential for punishment. Examples: parent too. Watch the plate before I get back. You watch them because your parents have the power to punish you. Teachers can influence your future with grades. Government policies and government police can enforce law, like wearing helmet or obeying traffic rules. So, key point: power exists in all human relationship, even friendship. Roles of power. Roles of power. Let's say position is the job title you hold, right? E.g., president, class captain, or manager. But roles is how you act in that position, and depending on how well you play your role, your power can increase or decrease. For instance, a vice president in Nigeria has positional power, but the real power may depend on how close they are to the president or their influence behind the scenes. A head girl who is liked by students and teacher will have more effective power than the one who only relies on her badge. So power isn't just about having a title, it's about how well you can influence others. Forms of power. Now let's explore 6 forms of power as described by sociologist Charles Handy with easy illustrations. Number 1, physical power. This is use of force or violence to influence people. For example, during the EndSARS protest in Nigeria, some police units used physical force to try to stop protesters. That is physical power, not always effective and often dangerous. Secondly, number 2, you know, resource power. This is power from controlling resources like money, jobs, or opportunities. For example, a Nigerian governor who controls contracts and employment list wields resource power. Secondly, a lecturer who can influence project topics or scholarship has these kinds of power. In African, traditional ruler who control often hold resource power even without political position. And that is true, you know, today. Yeah. Number 3, Position power. This comes from official titles or positions in an organization. For example, a bank manager can approve or deny loans. His position gives him the power. In the university system, your HOD or dean can approve your results, and that is position power. But remember, this power works best only when people respect the position. So it has a clause, right? Number 4, expert power. This is power based on special knowledge or skill. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Chikwe Ekwezu, former NCDC boss, had expert power. People listened to him because of his knowledge. So, a skilled mechanic in your area can dictate prices because no one else can fix that particular engine like him. Even students who are very good in class sometimes have influence over classmates. That is expert power. Number 5, personal power, which is also called charisma. This is the power that comes from your personality, your personal traits, your charm or ability to inspire others. For example, people like Nelson Mandela, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, inspires millions not just by their position but by their presence and charisma. In a friend group, there is always that one person everyone listens to, even if they ain't the leader. That is personal power. The number 6, negative power. This is power to block things or make them difficult, even if you are not the leader. For example, a junior staff in the office who withheld important information or delays processes out of anger or poor morale. A student who spoil group work by not submitting their part on time. Even the smallest person can stop a big plan. That is negative power. So, an assessment exercise. Think about your life. Which forms of power do you see in your home, church, school, or community? Can you identify someone using personal power versus someone using position power? Right? So let's wrap it up. In conclusion, power is everywhere, not just in government or big offices. It is in families, in classrooms, churches, offices, and even in WhatsApp groups. To be effective in any role, you must understand how power works and use the right type of power to influence people. Don't just rely on title. Build your expertise, improve your character, and understand the resources you control. Right? Very important. In summary, power is the ability to influence others, even against resistance. It is not just about title, but how you use your resources, knowledge, and personality, and even information. You know, there are 6 types of power. We have physical, resources, position, expert, personal, and negative power. So power is used every day in schools, families, offices, politics, and in friendship. So I'm giving you an assignment. You can submit your response on the comment section. Number 1, what do you understand by the term power? And number two, describe the form of power known to you using Nigerian or African example. And if you have a question, also send it on the comment section. Thank you for spending your time with me. Have a good day.